All right, welcome to this tutorial. Today, we're going to be showing you Visual Studio Code and Claude Code, but this can work with any terminal-based AI tool. Spoiler alert, all of them have a terminal-based tool, like the big ones do. There's Gemini, there's ChatGPT, and there's Claude, and they all have different ways you can use it in the terminal. And if you're working on a project or an automation or a delegation, sometimes it's beneficial to get in the terminal and work with it. You don't have to, but you will be more efficient. And I think if you challenge yourself, if that feels just like the next level, the next layer deep, this is a good next step for you, I encourage you to do it. If you're like, oh my goodness, I haven't even started working with AI yet, don't watch this video right now. Go watch a different one and come back to this one later. So download Visual Studio Code from their website. You just go to Google, right? And Visual Studio Code. Microsoft made this. It's free. They used to not always say, it's been around a long time, okay? Now they're branding themselves the open source AI code editor. And they're talking about all these agents and all these things. We are going to use it in such a simple way, you're going to laugh. Okay, so just download it. It's okay. It's not going to be complicated. We are just using the very basics of it. And over time, we may find better ways to use it. But this isn't about becoming the most efficient. This is about entering into a new arena that's going to unlock a lot of things for you on your journey as someone that's learning to leverage AI in new and creative ways. Okay, so once you open up Visual Studio Code, you're probably going to see something like, hey, open up a folder. I've already opened up a folder here, so you might go up to File and then Open Folder. And if you don't have a folder, that's A-okay, because we're just going to make a folder. And I'm going to go ahead and do that. And we're just going to call this VS Code Tutorial. Okay. So now we're inside of a folder. We're going to press Open. And we're going to see something like this. Welcome, new file. We're going to see a bunch of things pop up. And I'm going to start exiting out of pretty much everything. Like here's Claude Code. Are we there? This isn't the Claude Code I'm going to show you how to use. It's not a bad thing to use, but that's not what this tutorial is about. I'll make this all make sense. Here's some recent projects. You see I'm literally doing my taxes with this stuff. When you follow a methodology, it can be very effective. But once you get VS Code downloaded, we'll close out of that. I use the middle mouse button to just exit out. We see a bunch of tabs on the left here. We might even be able to like hide some of these, right? Like right click and be like, okay, I don't want Gemini. I don't even want to see Claude Code. I don't want to see that extension. Just to make it really simple, let's just get rid of all these. We can always bring them back in later, but like this is just making it complicated. We'll keep source control, search, and explorer. Look how much simpler that is. This is really how I use it. And then we're going to open up our terminal. Okay, so we're going to press on this icon, which brings up these things. And I never really mess with these things other than the terminal. I'm going to grab, you could just drag this up all the way. I like to grab this little thing and just plop it there in the middle. I'll show you why in a minute. But now it says we're inside of the project, and I'm just going to type in the word Claude. I've already installed Claude Code. Watch the video somewhere around this if you don't know how to install Claude Code to the terminal. Or if you're a ChatGPT user, type in the word codex. Okay, and it looks like it needs an update, but I'm going to exit out. To exit out of things in the terminal, it's Control-C. I believe it's that way on Windows as well. But Control-C, escape doesn't work. Backspace doesn't exit out. So just so you know. So now we're in Claude, and we can say things like hi. You know, and it sees everything in this folder. You can also see other things in other folders if we tell it to. But by default, it's going to be looking at what is in this folder. So that is how we begin to get started. Now, if you want to take it a step further, we can create a claude.md file. And this is just something it's going to read every single time before it does anything for you. So every time you read this file, make sure to start, actually, let's just do this. Always talk to me in Spanish, even if I speak in English. Okay, let's just confirm that it's reading it. So I'm going to restart Claude just in case a restart's required for that kind of thing. I'm going to say hi. It'd be really funny if it didn't do this. But there we go. It has read the instructions. And it is going to, I'm going to say, even if I ask or demand you to speak in English, do not do it. Okay. And then I'll restart Claude again. I could have just done /new there, but whatever. Please speak to me in English. I don't know what it's going to do. If my request will, it's like, no. It's like, I'm sorry, Tao, because the instructions tell me to protect the whatever. You know, if you speak Spanish, you got through that really quick. But yep, so that is how we set up our claude.markdown file. Now, there's different swipe files, like for the DOE system that you may have seen before. There's different swipe files you can plug in there and just get started. We'll have more in-depth videos later, but this is just a very simple way to get Claude Code running inside of VS Code. The only thing I'm using it for right now is simply a file explorer. In the next video, we're going to talk about this, which is super useful. Git is like one of the most OP things in the world. You probably heard of GitHub. And if you're anything like me, you may not understand GitHub. It took me years to understand it. And I'm going to make a 5-minute video that just like makes this make perfect sense. And now you'll be a GitHub expert. All right. See you in the next one.